Okay, welcome to week 4 of the fourth quarter of English 12. This week we are going to do some more reading, and we're going to introduce a new woman writer named Virginia Woolf. She wrote later than Jane Austen and Mary Wollstonecraft. She wrote in the early 1900s, and she also is a voice for women's rights. And her writing is kind of a combination of the two that you've read. She has some explicit arguments, but she also writes some fictional stories in the excerpt that we're going to read today. She has a combination of both. So we're going to start by watching some introductions to Virginia Woolf. This video is just a beginning of an intro to Virginia Woolf. Since I put it on here, they kind of cut it halfway through and ask us to pay for the rest of it. So just watch the first part. It will give you at least a start of an intro. Then the next resource is a reading on the life during the Renaissance, specifically for women. And then you're going to read um, the chapter 3 of A Room of One's Own. And this will be in Actively Learn. This one's going to be deleted. You're going to be reading this in Actively Learn just like we've been doing all quarter. There are questions for you to ask. There are notes that I've inserted to help you. And you're going to actually be adding your own comments, annotations, looking up confusing words, just like we've been doing all quarter for this chapter. It's again like some that we've done this quarter. This is a challenging reading, but really fascinating, and I have students that love this because of the eloquent way she argues for women's rights. And this case more specifically for why women haven't been represented in the past as great writers, artists, scientists, anything. Why the question of whether women just aren't smart enough or if they just haven't had the opportunities that men have. Anyway, you're going to read this and complete your Actively Learn exercises. Then you have a quiz based on this, and really if you have read and answered all the questions, the quiz should be pretty simple. Moving on, you're going to be comparing the writing of Jane Austen, Mary Wollstonecraft, and Virginia Woolf. The general group will be doing a timed essay, but you can prepare for that essay by reading this resource and preparing your essay ahead of time so that when you go to open this, you will be prepared to write your essay. So there's two resources, and then this is the timed essay for the general group. The Tier 1 group will have a similar assignment, but it will not be timed, where you will compile evidence from the three readings, the three women authors, and compile evidence to compare those three arguments for women's rights. So that is week 4. Let me know if you have any questions.